One of the biggest differences between low-level players and high-level players is decision-making skills. In this video, we're going to give you a bunch of situations so that you can see if you can make the right decision. This will be like class. Take notes if you need to and see if you get the right answer. This video might save you from getting yelled at in college, so tune in. For this video, we're going to be breaking down the McDonald's game. Whether you're a top 100 player or average high schooler, most kids are making similar mistakes. Let's look at this one. You see Darius Acuff in transition. What should he do in this situation? What do you guys see? What leads up to this miss? What better choice could he have made? You see he goes up. He should have pump faked here and then drove the ball. If he drives the ball, he'll be able to attract multiple defenders, hit the guy with an easy layup, or score it with a floater. Let me show you what I mean there. You see Tyrese Maxey, he attacks the closeout, and then he gets an easy basket right here. You should be attacking closeouts consistently. And then you see on this next play, he shoots a shot right here. Which decision should he have made? Really make sure that you're writing down the decision or thinking about what you would have did. But you see right here, he's got a wide open man. He has two wide open men, actually. Right here on the right should be the easiest decision to make. He can also hit the three-point shooter, but I would definitely recommend hitting the cutter in that situation. Those are common mistakes I see. Make the easy passes. Once again, guy drives, and he ends up getting to the paint where there seems to be an issue. Instant replay, let's look at what he could have did better. He's wide open already. AJ could have been hit. Easy three being put up. He also had somebody near the post in that situation as well. Once again, it's about making accurate reads and accurate decisions. One thing high schoolers really struggle today is the two things put on this video right here. Can you guess what it is? Well, here it is. You see Cam Boozer right here. He should be sliding over to the left because he's trying to make a post-entry pass. He doesn't have a good angle from where he is. Then Darius Acuff tries to make another entry pass, but this right here isn't a good angle because there's help side defense as well. There's a lot of those mistakes that go on in high school basketball, and this type of stuff scouts look at as the IQ problem or a coaching issue, when in reality, just a lot of kids aren't learning how to throw this pass right here. This can save you a lot of turnovers, especially when you get to the college level and they expect you to be able to make these passes very consistently. Next, this is baby ball. These are bad reads that'll get you on the bench if you're playing at a high level. You could watch this guy coming off a screen, and guess what the problem was on this play? Because there was a couple. First, he's going to come down. Then he's going to come around the screen and roll. Then he's going to see how much distance is between him and the screener here. And that allows him not to really get in front like he should be and getting that defender out the way. Instead, he doesn't really draw two at any point. He has a wide open person to the right of him that he doesn't pass to. Instead, he really forces a terrible pass in that situation. Those are something that will get your coach to not let you run pick and roll anymore. Once again, similar issue. Not a good shot. You could pause if you want to predict the issue here. But you could see right here, he's going around the screen, not close enough to the screener. It's something I consistently see, which allows him to not beat the defender, and he's just attached to the hip at this point. Then he tries to come up with a pull-up, and it's very contested, terrible shot, and this is what I call a baby read. Little kids make these type of choices. Then right here, you can see he drives, he's attacked. What is the issue here? What is the major problem going on with this read in this play? You can pause it and then answer. But you can see on the instant replay, he catches it and he doesn't shoot the ball. When you shoot the ball when you're not supposed to and you don't take the shots you're supposed to shoot, that will get you on a bench if you're playing at a high level, and you will lose the trust of your teammates. Once again, you see Cam Boozer in the post working out. Pause it right here, and then we can answer it together. You see the instant replay. Cam gets good position right here. He has a wide open man opposite corner. When you get a post situation, you see 3 or 4 people in the paint. Look up, because when you're playing with high-level players, they can take and make that shot. Now, what's the issue on this? AJ misses the layup, but what is the problem before he even gets there? You could pause it. But you could see AJ right here catches it. This is supposed to be a catch and shoot situation. Instead, he makes the play more difficult than it is. He never creates any separation throughout the drive because the guy knew he probably wasn't going to shoot it, and it ends up being a terrible possession. Shoot the shots you're supposed to shoot. Okay? And then once again, we got Braden making a great drive. You could pause here and make your evaluation of what he should do here. But it's clear. He should be supposed to make that pass out. Once you draw two, you need to be looking to get the ball out of your hands, especially if you're playing with really talented people around you. Once again, he drives. He gets two people, three people in front of him. What's the right pass here? Obviously, he has the right corner, easy pass. He has left corner getting open here. Instead, he waits too long and gets too deep. Now, these are drive reads that you have to be able to make. I recommend you watching this over and over so you get pattern recognition. You can see my guy Caden coming off the screen and roll here. A lot of you guys will kick it to the corner, but what do you think is the right read? Well, I'll tell you what it is. The right read is him finishing this layup off 2 feet. He has a smaller player right in front of him, and he could just score the ball. It was a great read. Then you see once again, Cam Boozer, he's going to attack the rim. What should he do right here? You guys can go ahead and put your answers down and comment it, or you could just write it down on the notepad. But he comes around the screen, he pauses, he sees that he can beat his guy off the dribble. Instead of passing, he decides to go off 2 feet and draw the foul. It's a great decision there. He has the size advantage and strength advantage. Now, Caden attacks the hoop. He has people drawn in. What should he do? Now, this is a pretty easy one. He's coming off of a really good drive right here. I absolutely love it. He has a guy sliding over to help because he's got his guy going back, and then he makes a perfect corner pass. You need to be watching the low man to see how they're going to tag or if they're going to stay corner on these drives. Once again, he comes off the screen and roll, and he pulls up because he doesn't step up. That's why it's so important to see these reads. Here you have Darius Acuff coming off a screen and roll. What do you think he should do in this situation? You can pause it if you need to. But what do you think? Well, on the instant replay, I'll answer this question for you. He goes in, he draws two. Anytime you draw two with a very high level player running that pick and pop with you, hit the pick and pop guy because all the good players need is a closeout situation, and then it's an easy basket for him. Now, this last section is going to be about advanced reads. Not a lot of kids can make these consistently. Now, on first glance, this looks like a good drive and a good play here, but if you look deeply, you'll be able to see more. What read should he be making right here? You could pause it and make your decision. But if you really watch off this screen and roll, the ball should be out right about now. If he makes that pass here, that's an easy three. Instead, it's a tough pass. It's a little tricky, and it probably gets blocked. Not the greatest decision there, but it's okay. Once again, we have a guy driving, kicking it out. I want you guys to really assess this play. If you have to review it, go ahead and review it. Pause it because it has a lot of teaching moments. But here we go. He goes ahead, he drives because he sees nobody in the help as far as at the basket. I understand the read, but he drives directly into the help because he didn't set the table first. And that makes him pick the ball up, and he really doesn't have anywhere to go because, hey, he picked the ball up. He's no longer a threat. Then there's another issue. Right here, he comes off the screen, and he draws two immediately. As soon as he touches the ball, should be going out to 14 immediately. Instead, he passes it late, and the play ends up being bad because he didn't get it out of his hands earlier. Look at this play. What's the major issue here? There's two issues. If you really watch this play, he's playing too fast. So he goes around the screen here. He hesitates. Right here, the guy is going to start back cutting, and he has help overplaying right here. If he's patient and he slows down, he's going to be able to make a really easy backdoor cut decision. Instead, it ends up being a turnover. So what do you think the issue is on this play? Caden drives, it gets stolen. What could he have done better so he wasn't getting the ball stolen from? A lot of times, primary ball handlers are in the situation where sometimes defenders play two people, which they shouldn't be able to. Right here, he should be hesitating, using his eyes so that he draws the defender closer to the guy and he could get an easy basket. Instead, it ends up being a turnover. Change your speed and using your eyes to sell passes is elite. Look at Luka. He sells that pass, which allows his big man to be wide open. Kids, this is more advanced. To use your eyes before you pass the ball, it sounds like something that's super basic, but a lot of people can't do it. Another thing I would like to see him do in this situation, be comfortable below the free throw line. Take your time, make your moves, okay? Look to score, but you don't need to be in a rush to get the ball out of your hands or sprint to get to places. Last but not least, if you guys are looking to get smarter, better at basketball, having your skills apply better to the game, go to our website. It's hoopdoctors.net. We have video evaluations like you'll see on our TikTok, giving you a true blueprint of what you need to build your game. We have social media evaluations, PDF evaluations where we go really deep. And then we have our one-to-one coaching that you guys can sign up for. We get booked a lot. So guys, make sure you're getting on it early and making sure you check to see when there's availability to get help.